Let's take a look at them. Back in Botcon 2006, we got some fiction based on the Beast Wars characters before they became the Beast Wars characters. Their past on Cybertron, things like that, and something that was worked into it were these bestial Predacons, reimaginings of the G1 Predacons in more Beast Warsy forms. These were actually made as custom toys back then, and a whole bunch of us thought, hey, why don't they make them into Botcon exclusives? Now, several years later, one of them has been made into a Botcon exclusive. This is Razorclaw, the Predacon Commander. The deco works. It is a good deco. The color scheme is great. It suits this toy. This toy definitely looks like Razorclaw as a lion. Sadly, I really don't like this toy. And it's majorly hampered by a couple things that, sadly, this Razorclaw version can't really even take part in. He has no electronics, for one thing. They've been removed, like on all the other Botcon toys. And his counterpart here, Jack, had a main function in Cybertron, which was turning into a giant fist. So, overall, you know, I wish I could say that I was way into Razorclaw. I do appreciate that he's a bit of a catch-up toy, kind of like a missing toy from several years ago that has now been put back in. But to take up an exclusive slot, I don't know. Let's check out the robot mode. Once again, I've got to say, his colors are pretty spot on. He looks very much like Razorclaw. He even got a new head mold, which means that this guy not only took up a Botcon slot, he also took up a new head budget piece. It's a very nice new head. It looks very much like Razorclaw. It has the triangular sort of slit visor, which admittedly I think looks kind of neat with the ponytail added in the back. It makes him a lot more feral. That said, I don't think the Leo Prime face painted like this would have been a bad thing. I think that if they'd repainted the Leo Prime head like this, it would have worked still, and maybe saved some of the budget for the more deserving toys. Like his predecessor, as I've said, this guy does share the fist mode, and if you put them next to each other, you can see that Razorclaw really is a much more vibrant and intricate deco. All that said, though, he really serves no purpose in the Botcon 09 set as a whole, and, yeah, I'm sorry guys. I mean, I do like that his cyber key thing is done up like the rest of the 06 one, so it's like a golden disc, and with his claw out, you know, he can look pretty terrifying. With both of his claws out, he can look downright intimidating, but he's still a bit of a weak toy, and he's hampered for a gimmick that he can't even really use. Although, well, technically you can use it, but I can't really say I'm feeling all that inspired here, guys. I'm sure there is a certain level of comedy in this abomination that I've now constructed, but if the only real upside of this is that now Cybertron, Megatron, or Galvatron can have two giant lion arms that are also evil, that's not really much of a selling point. I'm gonna let this go, and we're gonna just see what happens when I do that. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Let's count down together. 3, 2, 1... Oh, hey, that went better than I expected. But I need to see the bio card, so... Anyway, Razorclaw is an interesting redeco. He's unique. He most definitely is the right colors, and he's an interesting model to use, but he really does not fit in with this set whatsoever, and neither does his two-pack mate.